Good morning. My name is Derry, and today we are currently going to be finishing up the storyboard for the big comic the one and only March Club has forced us to do. Oh my gosh. 1 month to do an entire comic? That's crazy. It'll be nice to have a nice little comic completed. I'm very excited to see what everyone else has been working on for it too. It seems like it's going to be a really joyous kind of, event. So I'm excited. All right, let's see here. Let me just quickly post that we're live to a couple of socials, and then we'll get underway. All right. Tibbs is already here. What are you excited about? I'm excited to read all the other comics that people that are also doing the challenge are doing. So once we've finished, we're all gonna kind of read each other's comics and see what we've done. And I am fortunate enough to be friends with the people that are partaking in the challenge, so it's gonna be cool. The challenge is to create a comic in 1 month, issued by March Club. Yeah, I'm very I'm it's what we've been working on. Jeez, that's what I'm saying. 1 month. Well, luckily I got my strawberry milk on hand, so I am ready. Yes, let's get into it. You're still a newbie at this to do it. That's fair. I would not consider myself a professional comic creator. After all, I have not published any comics yet. So I feel very unprepared, but on the screen right here we have the beginning, we have our storyboard, kind of our, not even our first draft, you know. So yeah, and we have most of it done. Oh, we're missing a panel on page 5. At least you gave more than 2 years of drawing under your belt. Oh, sorry, at least you have more than 2 years. That is true, Tibbs. I've been drawing since I was 12. Uh, and I'm turning 24 this year, so that's a dozen years of just constantly having fun and drawing. Yes, we have most of it done. It seems like we're only missing like 3 pages in a panel. When is my birthday? My birthday is in the latter part of the year. I'm not going to specify just for safety reasons right now, though. Yeah, thank you for seeing if I'm comfortable sharing with that follow up. I currently am not comfortable sharing that on a live stream. However, I'm not. Yeah, I don't do anything big for my birthdays either. Oh, don't feel bad for asking. I don't think it's like a something to feel bad about. You know, I know a lot of people that are very secretive about personal information like that, and I think there's good merit behind it. So I'm just gonna practice it for now. Alrighty, so pages 8 and 9. We know what we want on page 8. Page 9 needs to be something dramatic. But, yeah. So, page 8. Let's see here. 6 and 7. But 7 should be her continuing, just kind of like going on, and then resolving and her leaving. Hmm. Yeah, sometimes when I'm stuck on what to do for a page, I just try to get out what I want to happen in the page and then refine it from there. You can really create the artistic process of storyboarding the exact same way you would... Oh, hello, March Club. The one that issued the challenge. Yippee yippee dairy stream. Yay! Just so you know, March, I'm not time-lapsing the storyboards, but I will be time-lapsing the final pages per your request. So, don't freak out if you don't see the record time-lapse. I'm sure there'll be plenty of speed pages for the final bit. Tibbs says, I have been told to make thumbnails, but I don't know how to do that. So that's what I'm doing here. The storyboard process is the equivalent of the thumbnails. Thumbnail sketches... here, I'll create a new page to show you. So, it's a part of the process of breaking down something. It gives you a few different ways to tackle it and figure out what the composition's going to be like before you do it. So, let's say we want to draw a character in a valley heading towards a mountain, right? So we have those prompts, blah, 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 blah. And then what we do is we kind of play with the idea of what kind of aspect will it be. Also, March says, thank you. I'll send what I need from you folks for the video later. Sounds good. But what the thumbnail is it's kind of making a smaller scale, very quick figure of the drawing. So, like, this would be a thumbnail sketch. And if it's of a character, it might be a bit more like... All it is doing a very loose, quick drawing to figure out what exactly kind of piece you want to do. And it allows you to experiment without being too attached. And the reason why people like thumbnail sketches, you kind of treat it like, hey, what kind of drawing do you want? And then you draw a little doodle. March says, it's fun seeing into other people's comic process. I feel that too. I love seeing how different people tackle it. The different storyboards, like the storyboarding process alone is so wildly different from person to person. Some people do an entire, like, you know, Hollywood level script, like they're making it for a movie, and then, you know, do this big array of storyboards and just scribble in the composition for it. Other people treat their storyboards like the final piece. Yeah, it's just a huge variety and range of how people create, and it's really cool, and there's no right way to do it, which I love. Tip says, I saw people doing Ceiling Good thumbnail art in like a couple of seconds. Yeah. I mean, when you do it enough, it's mostly just, you know, combining all that practice and experience, and then just trying to figure out a quick visual for what you have in your head. March says, like, I do my script and storyboard at the same time, while I think Nulvo and Leg have done their scripts before the thumbnails. Yeah, and I don't even do a script at all. So, again, very different for each person. The most I do is an outline. And then I kind of figure it out as I go from there. Tib says, I think I will leave starting a comic later. I have another project I want to finish at the moment. Very fair. What's the project you're working on right now, then? All right, I'm gonna try to get as productive as I can, because I have a what is it? I have a dinner thing with some friends tonight, so I want to make sure I have everything finished by then. March says, crazy, I'm gonna sleep. I'll watch the video in the morning. Have fun. All right, take care. Sleep well, March. Tib says, they're making a VTuber model. Good luck. My friends that make VTuber models hate their lives. Because making a VTuber model is so painful. Well, I think creating the model itself isn't as bad as rigging it. Rigging is where they usually start going insane. Alright, so I'm going to approach these next few pages in a very painterly artistic fashion. I'm essentially just going to throw bleh onto the page and then refine it. AKA my painting process. Just create an absolute mess and then make it look pretty afterwards. Okay. You've been a performer, a knight, a runaway prince. Oh, tragic. Mysterious. Oh, cool. Signing it isn't as bad. Cutting up is the hardest part in my opinion, but once you get that down well enough, it should ease up your rigging a lot. Well, I think cutting it up's pretty easy. If I were to do it, it'd be pretty easy for me, I think, is what I should be saying. Yeah. And then bet you did all kinds of good acts. Such as example. Different strokes for different folks, absolutely. Then it goes into seasons passing eventually. So if we work backwards to make life a bit easier, she's probably going to leave off going like... Well, sit tight, Arthur. Need to go finish the other plants. Something like that. And it'd be a bit more like that, but we'll need to go into the story editor and polish that dialogue up by quite a bit. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, that's at a pretty good range. Something I noticed for when you're creating a comic is you have a very finite amount of words you can put into each bubble without overpopulating it. And you don't want to have too much dialogue in a single, like, text bubble. Also depends on what you want your rigging to do, as there are only a couple of tutorials and it is on the most basic stuff. That's true. It's become a very, like, complex art form. Sorry for yapping. The company is nice. You don't want to do what Hunter x Hunter does? Oh, does Hunter x Hunter overcrowd their speech bubbles? I haven't formally read the manga for it. I've just watched the animation. Alright, and then seasons passing is probably just going to be like a montage of different times of the year. Some pages are just text like a light novel. Well, I mean, there's definitely a demographic for that. Ooh, I'm chugging through the strawberry milk. I need to space it out a bit more. Okay. Put your renewal or something. Alright. So let's look at page 9. So she gets to the point where she's like, I wish I could undo it. I'm sorry you're stuck here with me. You make me feel less alone. I'm glad I got to meet you. So she's going through this roller coaster of, hey, I'm getting a taste of what it's like to not be alone for once, to have other company. And even though it's not company that reciprocates conversation, it's something she can project at, and something that she can, gain some companionship with. So I think on this page, let's go ahead and grab that text. We want to show that she's been talking a lot. Okay, and then she's like, I like her saying, you're a great listener. I think that's really funny. You're a great listener. Yeah. Maybe something like, someone as great as you doesn't deserve to be stuck in stone. Maybe something like that. We'll play with that in a bit. Yeah, so I think, yeah, I like the approach that I'm tackling the pages with right now. I'm just kind of throwing out the pacing and stuff. Oh, Lania says, I've been watching you for a while and I think you're doing really good. I just made a channel to finally comment. Oh, thank you. That makes my heart very warm. Thank you for saying that, Lania. Aw. How long have you been watching? Lania says no problem. Well, that's very sweet of you to create an account to say. Yeah. I'm really enjoying where this comic's going. You've been watching for the past few days and I've inspired you so much. Whoa! That's wonderful. I'm really glad to hear that. Hopefully, any stories and comics you create will just be a complete blossoming flower of everything you care about. That's how I like to approach my own storytelling. Just make sure you're passionate about it. Also, there's no right way to create it. So go with the process that you enjoy the most. Now, while there is no right way to make it, there is a lot of things that can make it a lot better. I would say the method I do is very free, very loose, but as a result, it can be a bit scary to organize. Like, as you can see, I have some blank pages right now, and I'm just kind of throwing words at it and being like, huh, I wonder what'll stick. While the first few days, I was able to do a lot more cohesiveness between actually drawing it out and writing it. But yeah, I like where the story's going. I think it's very charming, very cute, and I'm happy to be able to share the process of it, because that's something I don't see a lot of people doing, sharing the actual story creation process. And I can see why, because a lot of it is just scratching your head and thinking, how am I gonna make this work? What do I do next? Which isn't everyone's cup of tea. But I think it's an important kind of just resource to have. See that people struggle to come up with their stories while they're making it. Yeah, thank you for sharing those kind words. They're making my heart all warm and fuzzy. I'm gonna ride that high for the rest of the day. Rest of the week! Lania says, yeah, I like it a lot. It's gotten it out of my art block and had me make my mini comments more. Woo! I'm glad you're getting out of an art block. Art block is torture. You're in a position of, I want to make a drawing, but I have no energy to. I have no motivation, no inspiration. It's painful. Yeah, this is a fun space where we're just brewing creativity. I want to tackle previous pages dialogue a bit more. I think I am going to have dialogue on the season's passing page. Ania says, are you ever thinking of posting your comic to the public? Yes, I'm working on 2 comics right now. I'm working on this challenge issued by March Club, where we're doing a comic jam with the theme meeting. And I'm planning on posting this all over my socials once I've been given the all clear. I don't want to step on March Club's toes because they want to do their own content of it. And then I'm also going to be publishing my own, long form comic called Crygy, which is a passion project that has been in development since 2012. Hello, Wolvie Draws, you've come back! Needed some more company while you worked on your own comic? Yeah, because today is all about more storyboarding. Yes, thought so. When he says, ooh, that's really nice. Thank you. I hope it's going to be entertaining for everyone to read. And everyone, it just gives you a nice escape from the day. Even though it might not be always the most positive kind of subject material. That being said, the subject material we're doing for this comic's very fluffy in my opinion. It has a bit of a bittersweet kind of ending. But I like bittersweet endings. I like scenarios that make you just think a little bit. But I also think there's a lot of value from criteria that just pulls you away from it. Alright, so she wishes she could undo it. Sorry you're stuck here with me. You make me feel less alone. So I need to tread a line here. I want her to be feeling bad, but also a part of her doesn't want to let him go. And we got to decide how much we want to communicate that through dialogue and how much we want to show that through action. But we also have one page to show that. A very dumb solution would be having a book that says how to de-petrify for dummies, and her choosing not to read it. I don't think we're going to go that angle, but that would be really funny. Just really goofy. Yeah. Also, quick question for those here. Do you like this very open, you can see the entire canvas and my kind of layout and everything? Or do you think it would be better if I had, like, you know, chat on the actual screen and more of like a stream layout? Anya says, yeah, I like it. To the Petrified for Dummies or the stream layout? How I currently have it. Because of how I have it is fine, I'll keep doing that. But I feel a little bad because I see a lot of people put a lot more effort into theirs and I just have my little guy talking. I feel like whatever makes your thing comfortable, stream layout. Alright. Thank you. I was just curious. Alright. You're a great listener. I think that's a very fun line. Let's go ahead and just doodle in a few of the season passings. So I thought it would be very fun if we, first of all, this is a very easy 4-panel page. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's make it equal parts, so it's an equal passage of time. We could also probably do something a bit more spicy, you know, a bit more flavorful than just, you know, 4 back-to-back strips of her acting in the different seasons. But I think it'd be very cute to play with. It's starting off in spring, and then we see winter. Lania asks, when do you think you'd ever finish? Do you have a deadline? I heard most people who make comics such as these take up months or even years. So the one with the prospect of a meeting, my deadline is 1 month. Some people do spend years developing their comics. I don't want to be in that limbo, so I've simplified aspects of my art style to be able to accommodate the frequency in which I want to upload. For this, I don't really have a grasp or scale because, well, we're just kind of tackling it a little blind. I think that's on kind of the appeal of it too. I don't fully know what I'm doing, so it puts it on a bit more of an even playing field. That being said, my deadline, I believe, is October 8th. That might be my deadline. Yeah, I believe that's my deadline. I can check real quick, though. But this comic needs to be finished and uploaded by then. So let me just check real quick. Okay, October 12th, actually. Yeah, October 12th, 2024. So I have a few more weeks to work on it. Yeah. We're halfway through the second week. Oh, or the third. This is like a 5-week cycle, actually. Fascinating. Okay, looks like I have about, 4 or 5 weeks total. I've spent the first week in story development, story creation, and the last 2 weeks are going to be creating the actual pages. Yeah, so the plan is to try to finish the storyboard within the next few hours, and then tomorrow we're going to have a short stream of just revising it, talking about it, and thinking, is there things we want to change over the weekend before we commit to actually creating the final pages. Yeah, we can get rid of that big text saying seasons passing now. These look distributed evenly. Close enough. Not too heartbroken if it's not. Grab our big old brush. That's another tip I have. If you're going to storyboard, use a very big brush. Makes your life a lot better. You can't focus on the little details if you can't make them. So I'm going to start with the winter one. So I was thinking of two ideas. So each season panel would be the statue. In kind of the same panel, but kind of augmented a bit differently. So in the winter one, I'm thinking Media, or Medi, whatever I named her, gives him a scarf and like a little hat. He goes like, "Oh, thought you might be a bit cold," you know. In fact, let's have that text right now. Thought you might be a bit cold. We can double it. She could say something like, "Hope you don't mind cotton." In reference to the scarf or hat. And then, we just kind of decorate them a bit differently. So we can further push the different atmosphere of the different seasons by, in spring, it's a bit more rainy in spring, so we can have him set up with a umbrella, something fun. Winter, some cozy outfits. Fall, which I believe I'm having the story like start off with. What do people wear for fall? Usually people start getting into winter gear in fall. They wear like sweaters, beanies, light coats, etc. True. Yeah, right now it's a fun stage. We're just kind of deciding how do we want to decorate our little statue guy. We're essentially playing dress up right now, which is fun. So, umbrella's gonna work great for spring. So let's go ahead and just add that. The fall, and then it's like raining outside of it. And another thing we can do is we can save time by kind of using the same drawing of the sculpture, but changing up the drawing just enough so it has that variety and shows the different seasons. But he's unmoving, so he's just in the same position every time, so we can take advantage of that and save some time drawing him. Doing my best to give him that shocked Pikachu face. Yeah. I like defining a strong shorthand for my character in the storyboards, because the goal is to be able to draw them as sloppy as what we're drawing here, because we're just trying to get an idea of composition. But to distinct characters, you just want to be able to identify a few key parts. For this man, it's just the Dorito chip bang, the shocked Pikachu face, the goatee, and the ponytail. And then bam, we will always know we're talking about the statue. And then I love it for Medusa, because for her, we just draw spaghetti on the head. It works perfectly. Love it. Alright. Let's... That Dorito chip, the goatee. And the ponytail. Alright, so now what we can do is we can add... I like the idea of giving him a beanie. What if she wove it herself? I mean, she would have had to. She doesn't reach outside people, so all of the clothes she makes, she probably made herself. So they're either gonna look really weird, like she got all the materials for them from, like, you know, like maybe they're made out of leaves or something. I don't want to do that. Let's just keep it simple communication, honestly. But I like the idea of him having a scarf. Lania says that'd be cute. Okay, maybe we should commit. It might also just be a little fun fact for everyone that was here to enjoy the process to know that she made all the clothes. Also, Wolvie, how is the comic coming along today? In the winter one, he looks a little bit like a chicken. Lania says, you think it's going very well? Wonderful. I hope Wolvie's is going well. Wolvie's working on a submission piece. So they like creating comics for jams and publishers and... what is it? Well, sending it to them. Which is very cool. Perhaps a nice little raincoat could be fun. That might be a bit too modern, though. I think the umbrella is more accepted for, like, any time period. While a raincoat, that shows it's very modern. I want to stay away from too, like, time period associated kind of elements. Alright. So we have spring, where he's just kind of... Sorry, fall, where he's, like, normal. So maybe we keep that one untouched for now. Let's also think of some elements that would change with the different seasons. So finding a way to incorporate a tree here would be nice, because then we could show the tree covered in snow, and then in spring we can show that the leaves haven't all blossomed back yet, and then the summer can be like very like overheating and lush. Let's quickly just look at a couple of the other pages where we've already defined some of the layout. So there's flowers in the foreground there. Oh, and there's that giant plant beside him. There is a little tree in the works. Hello, Memethew. Welcome to the stream today. How are you, friend? By the way, I've been loving the cosmic... the cosmic Memethew posts you've been making. Like the giant Hytel in space thing, and what is it? The little queeb riding the cow. The plant. Yes, I will add the plant. The tree plant thingy. Oh, and I'm getting another one tomorrow or the day after? Thank you, Meme Theo. I'm loving the content. Keep it. Keep it going. Alright. Let's add some snow onto the tree plant thing. What is this comic? We were issued a challenge by the one and only March Club to create a comic within a month, Meme Theo. And this comic is about a meeting, which is the theme of this comic jam. A meeting between either Medusa or a descendant of Medusa and the first person she's ever met, who is a poor guy she immediately turns to stone. And, you know, she feels really bad about it, but then she starts imagining what kind of person this could have been and falls in love with the fantasy of who she imagines he could have been, and finds some solace in his companionship, even though he can't respond back. But, you know, having that feeling of there's an actual person with her in her solitude and isolation, she falls in love with him, and that's what the comic's about. Right now we are drawing one of the pages. We're in the storyboarding process. So right now we're drawing a page of, you know, him just kind of existing through the seasons. We're showing time is passing. He's with her for like a whole year, and she's just, you know, decorating him for each one to keep him safe and yapping to him nonstop. Meme Theo says, oh my god, I love it. I'm glad. I thought it was such a fun concept. Over the very beginning of the streams for this, all of it's been documented live on my channel, by the way, which has been a very surreal experience for me. Everyone has been doing a wonderful job coming up with different ideas. If we come over to the brainstorming, we had quite a few different concepts and iterations on how to do this. So, yeah, it's been a bit in the works. But we have an outline. This is what the character's designs currently look like. He's just a poor guy that's been turned into a statue. You know, he doesn't have any more character beyond that because he can't. But I thought that would be very significant. Lania says, ah, they're so cute. I'm glad. I didn't know how I felt about, like, creating a Medusa-like character. Initially, the pitch wasn't even going to have a Medusa character, but as soon as I started designing her, I was falling in love with the different approaches we could do and settled on this. And yeah, I think she just looks very fun. I'm gonna enjoy putting her in, like, what is it? Like, cottagecore outfits. Because I think that fits her aesthetic. She's a total bookworm and just spends her life in a garden. Meme Theo says, you're cooking so much it will pay off. I hope so. I'm trying to put a lot of my own fun and creativity into it. I figure, hey, if we're doing this challenge, we're going all in, right? So yeah. No, I love her little pink snakes. And I think they should all have different names. I'm not gonna name them though. You guys can name them. You'll do that. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah. That's currently what we're working on. And we have most of the storyboard done. We might finish it quite early, and then we'll have a shorter stream today if we do that. But I think that's good if we get it done sooner, because, well, then we can start the final pages sooner. I'm a very simple creature. Yes. Yeah! I like how we currently have this final page. Tomorrow we're gonna do a very short stream that might start a bit earlier, and we're just gonna kind of figure out if we like everything that we've settled on. But right now everything's just throwing brain onto paper, seeing if it works. And this final page I think is very nice. She's all, I wish I could undo it. I'm sorry you're stuck here with me. You make me feel less alone. I'm glad I got to meet you. And then we have this beautiful kind of like picture of them together in her garden, staring off at the sunset. You've never named a snake? What kind of names do snakes even have? I don't know. That's why it's your job, not mine. I don't want to name it. There's so many. I think one of them should be named Gregory, though. I know I just said I don't want to name any. One of them should be named Gregory. I think that's a good snake name. If you go with the Pokemon philosophy, you just write all the different snake species backwards. Names like Sasuke and Solus. Yeah. Oh, it's very fun. On the first page, she notes that the only thing she has to keep her company is her head, which is referring to her snakes, which talk to her. I'm in the mood for mangoes. Nuh-uh. And then I drew this really botched snake while I was just kind of thinking. B19 Wing, you are back! Oh my god, it looks so good. Thank you! Yes, the different pages are coming along nicely. Yeah, I am excited to fix the stupid Prince version of him, though. I think he looks so lame there. I think compositionally, I think it fits there. Because I like the idea of it kind of like arching diagonally down the page. And his cape allows your eye to just travel to her dialogue down there. So where he is good. I just need to polish up that drawing in the future. His neck looks broken? It does, doesn't it? I agree with you. See, this is why I'm not allowed to use a tiny pen when storyboarding. I would spend hours just... I am spending hours on the main comic I'm working on simultaneously with this, Raiji. I am being very meticulous with how I'm drawing the storyboard. The pages are super detailed. Like, this is the quality it should be at. And I have to transition into doing that. I just get carried away. Luckily, I've had people keep me in check with my... They're like, hey, make this sloppy! I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. Also, this is not going to be the final dialogue for these few pages. The rest of it, we did a pretty good job on. But here I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for the pages, and I like approaching it text first to just give me an idea of piecing it out and what I want to cover on the page. A lot harder to do when the pages aren't, you know, dialogue pages. Like the page 8. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Very visually minded I am. So, we have we have fall, winter, spring, and then summer. So let's get them back here so we know that it's always going to be... There we go. Mimothy says, I like non-dialogue pages because I don't know how to read. That's fair. Reading can be difficult. Especially when you gotta worry about different languages. There was some manga I was reading recently, and, what is it? It wasn't like big story manga, it was like fan-made manga, right? Of like niche little stories, so they didn't have official translations. And the translations that were there were very botched. So the writing was really off, but I was like, I can't hold it against it, and the art's so pretty. Oh well. This last one, it looks like he's, like, praising the sun. Like, look at how he's holding up his arm. Anaya says, I'm thinking of asking my parents to get the EX version instead of the Pro version. Is it worth it? That's a heavy question. because for me, yes, the EX version is very much worth it, especially since it gives me all the fancy tools to make the comic creation process a lot more streamlined. What is it? So, if I were to open up this file real quickly, something that's only available in the EX is what it does is it'll do a list out library of all the different pages you have access to, which is very, very nice for organizing out an entire chapter. It also gives you different tools for, let's say, different dialogue, right? So it comes with its own free text that you can use, so you don't got to worry about licensing. It comes with some very nice quality of life features for comic creation. Comes with advanced animation tools, so you can just pull out your timeline, get your extra dimensions, and get a whole bunch of features that make life just a lot more bearable in this software. But is it going to be worth it for you? It depends on what you're using it for. I would say EX version is not at all worth it if all you're going to do is draw pretty illustrations. As someone that's mostly drawn a bunch of pretty illustrations, you don't need a lot. All you need is access to the brushes and colors and brushes, tools, and layers. Most of the features I have access to, I don't touch for doing an illustration. If you want it for comic or animation tools, though, I would say EX is a lot more worth it. It just gives you very big quality of life changes. So, keep all those in consideration. Is this Clip Studio Paint? It is. I'm gonna have Clip Studio Paint EX version 3. Meme Theo also said, long live to Scanlations for keeping niche mangas alive. Absolutely. I need to continue reading. This one's not niche. Vinland Saga. It's in Kodansha Comics. I need to keep reading it. My friend's apparently doing some big Vinland Saga project, and I have not caught up. And they're like, I want to show you it, but you need to... I don't want to spoil it for you. And I'm like, well, then don't show it to me, because I need to catch up. And they're like, but I want to show it to you. So yeah, I gotta rush myself. You're welcome, Lania. Vinland Saga is so good, man. I watched the anime, though, but it's pretty beautiful. Yeah, I watched all of the anime. I don't know if you saw season 2, but oh my gosh. There's a character named Einar. Oh, what a man's. He's the ultimate homie. Mewtwo's like, yeah, for real. Yes, Einar's so great. I love that all of season 1 is essentially just like a... I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. If you haven't seen Vinland Saga and you are an adult, I highly recommend it. If you are a child, I do not recommend it. It might be a bit intense. Also, snakes are warm-blooded, aren't they? I believe they are. Which means they're not really active in cold environments. So, no, snakes are cold-blooded? Oh no, humans are warm-blooded. Yeah, snakes would be cold-blooded. My bad. I had it mixed for a second. So, my point still stands. Also, sorry if you can hear any, like, door banging in my background. My dog found out that's a way they can get my attention. And loves banging the door now. But yeah, we gotta remember to add this tree plant thing showing the passage of time. And then we'll have it be like full bloom. How much time has passed isn't really as relevant as just the emotions it conveys. So we'll just keep using that storytelling element. Anya says, I bet he's a nice dog. Yeah, her name is Maple. She is a little doodle. And she will go from being really cute to being so hyper energy, we don't know what to do. It says, yeah, the need to bask after resting to regulate their body temperature. Oh, they need to... They need to bask. What do you mean by bask? Maybe my brain's just, faltering on the terminology. Do snakes do winter? Like many warm-blooded animals... Oh, they are warm-blooded. No. They're cold-blooded, aren't they? You just said snakes cold-blooded? Snakes are cold-blooded. Okay, then why did the Google just say otherwise? Oh my gosh. I'm getting mixed results on what they are now. I do agree. I think they're cold-blooded. Snakes go into a state called as brumation. Oh. Okay, so it's like... It's sloth mode. The AI is trash? Absolutely. I wish I could purge it from my Google browser. Okay, so we were on the exact correct wavelength. I think to show that it's winter, I'm gonna have basking is when they rest under the sun to help digest food. That's sick. I love that. I'm learning so many snake facts while working on this project. It's wonderful. I am absolutely enjoying this. Yeah. So, yeah. I would think it's interesting to show him, like, getting, like, moss or something while time is aging. But the thing is, Media's taking care of him the entire time. So, yeah. To show in winter that, it's wintertime as well, aside from, all the snow and the winter clothes, is the fact that Media, our little Medusa, all the snakes on her head are going to coil up and just kind of rest on top of her head. Because they're going to be eepy little fellas. Moss is cool. Medusa would let him be cool with cool moss. You're going to be like Effie. Effie, I love Effie. But Effie has been messaging me almost every day saying, have you drawn frogs yet? And I'm like, no, Effie, I haven't drawn the frogs yet. Okay. That is so Effie. That is so Effie. Also, absolutely to the snake thing. Let's go. Alright, I'm glad I'm coming up with good ideas. Will be such a nice detail. That's what I'm thinking. I enjoy this process where it's stuff that you wouldn't be considering when you're writing the script as much. It's something that you more think about when you're actually feeling out the page and you're going like, huh, would the snakes be active here? Yeah, to help understand that that's gonna be idea. We'll give her the little eye thing she has. I think are really cool. Meme View says, dude, what? What's up? So I want the text here to read off like she's yapping. A snake named Snacks? Wait a minute, you're so right. Snacks. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we're gonna what we are gonna want is we're gonna want her saying things that are along the lines of like yapping, just yapping for the sake of yapping. This is her. All right, it's tea time, partner. It kind of makes me want to draw her trying to have tea with him. Oh joy. All right, well, I have terrible news. I finished my milk, so I'm gonna go grab some more. You said feel like me for real, for real? Oh my goodness. Kitty cat, when did you get back in my room? Okay, well, I'm gonna get some drinks real quick. I'm gonna read what Lanya said first, though, but then I'm gonna be AFK for a couple minutes. Lanya said, maybe talking about the weather, weird experience. I yap so much, so I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, talking about the weather would be nice. Oh my gosh, kitty. Alright, he might be hungry too. I'm gonna go feed him and use the restroom real quick. Quick little break, everyone. Just a couple of minutes and then we'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Let's see here. Memethy says maybe her sharing snake facts. Yeah, that could be fun. JC says, hi everyone. Hi JC, how are you? Been lurking on stream, but just wanted to wish everyone a happy Wednesday. Let's agree. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Alright, I'm feeling the pressure of the clock now. Let's get back in the groove. Alright. You're a great listener. Oh dear. Or her wondering how her hair care differs from the ones that the statue had. Oh. Yeah, that's fascinating. She's like, wow, it's weird to see someone have, like, hair. Effie, how are you? 5 more days. How we feeling? 5 more days of what? Or have I only been doing this for 5 days? Oh, jeez. I don't know when you last saw the progress, JC. I won't be able to give you a recap just this second, though. We need to ripen up these pages. So yeah, a lot of the conversation dialogue on this page, though, is not important. So I'm going to gloss over it for now. That would be like a tomorrow detail. Effie, I've been told you've been naughty. That's true, Meme Theo. I have been saying so. Effie says, I have to wake up in 4 hours? What? Why are you up right now, then? Go to sleep, Effie. JC says, I thought the challenge ended at the end of the month. No, I just had 1 month total to do it. We started on the 12th of September, so it ends on October 12th. Don't worry, I'm not going to have to cram out all these pages in 5 days. I would die. If he said, I'm up because I saw you doing the thingy. I'm sorry. I'll be starting super soon tomorrow, so you can catch it when you're awake. Why can't you sleep? Everyone's yelling at you to go to sleep. He says, I can't sleep because when I close my eyes, they just open again at some point. I'm sorry. Well, I'll say this. If you're struggling to sleep, the least we can do is be a good way to keep you company while you can't sleep. I've had those nights where I'm up till like 6 in the morning and I just can't sleep. So I feel your pain. We bully Effie to go to sleep. You guys can feel free to try to bully Effie to go to sleep. I don't want to be the harbinger of you have to sleep. I'm not Effie's parental unit. Effie is his own frog. He can rib it as long as he wants. Like, they open up after 4 hours? Man, why does my flight have to be so early? Oh, you have a flight! That might be good for you to, like, be a bit groggy for it then, because then you can sleep on the plane. Cyberbullying isn't real if I close the chat. He says, okay, then it's understandable. Alright. Are you heading back home, Effie? I know you've been out on vacation or something. Yes, back home you go. I see. JC says, okay, well, you sleep on the plane then. You get a pass. Yeah, you won't be so lucky next time, Effie. Alright. It says, but the plane ride is like 2, maybe 3 hours max. That's barely any sleep. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's really no sleep. Also, planes aren't sleeping place because your legs are too long. Effie is a pretty decently tall guy. An hour of plane sleep equals 6 hours of normal sleep. Bringing out the conversion. Muthi has a point, and then JC says, when you're tired, anywhere is a sleeping place. Don't use, I'm trademarking this. Oh my gosh. Hello, Ice Cream Goddess. Effie is currently not sleeping. And is about to go on a plane flight in 4 hours. Yeah, I feel that, Effie. As a fellow Talon, long flights can be painful. Muthia says, if y'all knew the weird places I've slept in with the scouts. Oh, you were a scout too? Let's fix that chat bubble. Actually, I think I kind of preferred this one long. I don't do a lot of long chat bubbles. One, two, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight's fine. Oh, you were a scout for 9 years as a child and 3 years as a monitor. A monitor? You mean one of the like elder scouts that like, does like the drills and stuff? I've never heard the term monitor be used during like with scouts. JC's 5'4". Oh my gosh. You're a small one. Even Ice Cream Goddess is taller than you, and I consider Ice Cream Goddess short. What's everyone's heights? I'm curious now. Try to give it to me in feet, otherwise I'm going to be confused. My American brain is too used to feet as a metric. No shot, you're 5'4", Mikon. What? Yeah. F is the only one that has to give me a height in frog units. All right, y'all are going crazy. Let me look at that. Memethew put it in kilometers. GC says, I like to think I embody gremlin energy so much Mother Nature made me short. Fair enough. Alright, okay, and then we're grabbing values of a dragon's height. Okay. I think we should make frogs an official unit of measurement. I agree. Ice Cream Goddess is 8 ice cream talls. I strongly disagree with that. Like, 3 scoops of ice cream is not even, like, half a foot. The official unit of measurement for silliness. I agree. Waffle cone specifically. Oh, okay. Thanks for the correction. JC is 1.07 Tesla cars tall. Dang. Once I find out how tall a Tesla car is, I'll have a very good idea. He says, if you take the frogs by length, then I'm roughly 70 frogs tall. No sig pigs because I'm lazy. One frog is 30 millimeters long. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm polishing up some of the dialogue right here. So she says, you must have amazed people as a charismatic performer. Oh, okay, there's some question marks. So I'm going to get rid of the word charismatic as some kind of performer. Alright. Memethea says it's time for him to commit some sleeps because it's 1:30 a.m. Sleep well. And then Meethy says, good night, guys. It was a pleasure. It was wonderful having you drop by. I'm excited to see more of your fun little, what is it? Your little space crazy adventures with your Hytale models. So sleep well. Alright, so she goes, you must have amazed people as some kind of performer, or perhaps you're a noble, valiant knight, performing chivalry to all those it needs. Or could you have been a runaway prince? And then she just keeps rambling and spiraling. Destined for an undesired life on the throne, you fled to hide from the corrupt wilds of the crown before finally taking refuge in my garden. So instead of, I bet you did all kinds of good acts, she'd say something more akin to, Effie's gonna try to again to sleep. Try not to make too much progress while I'm away. I'm gonna try to make so much progress while you're away. I'm on a time limit today, Effie. And tomorrow. But sleep well, friend. Hopefully I'll have a lot to show you. So instead of saying, I bet you did all kinds of good acts, she could go, I'd love to hear of all your tales. I'd love to hear, instead of all your tales, let's do, I'd love to hear all your tales of your good-natured acts. Have a dream sequence? We don't have enough space. We've reached capacity. Pages 8 and 9 and 10. We're out of sequences. We can't do any more. of your good-natured ex sounds really bad. I'd love to hear all of your tales. All your tales. Spreading. So self-absorbed? Jeez, not everything is about you. To Effie? Oh, you're saying that to Effie. Okay. Sorry, when I hear someone trying to wish someone to have good dreams when they say they're going to sleep, I hear them say, I hope you have good dreams, not a good dream sequence. That makes it sound like you're talking about a story writing. Pretty good travels. Good in your travels. Have a good dream montage. Thank you, Mikon. Now, when you put it like that, it sounds just dandy. Yeah. Bridges. Lead and ruin from the tides of war. Yeah, essentially, we just want her to be yapping about like, how amazing of a person he is, knowing nothing about him. Welcome to chat room. Something just went awry on Twitch side. Are people able to post anything on the Twitch chat? Something. Hi. All right, I'm seeing that. Okay, Nuke Boy's here. How are you doing, Nuke Boy? Are you excited for the new Ravenswatch update? They're adding Carmilla the Dampire, or Dampier, or however it's pronounced. You're good? Glad to hear that. Okay, it seems like Twitch is working. That's relieved. I just had this weird blip where it told me welcome to the chat room, like I left it. And I know before people have expressed that the chat kind of malfunctioned. Like, it wouldn't let them send anything. You're excited? I am too. You're going to be able to play it before I do, because I'm going to be binging Echoes of Wisdom when it comes out tonight. I know you're more excited for Zelda. Tearing bridges laid in ruin from the tides of war. And then probably something like... How do you say courier as an adjective? Corying? Being a courier of medicine to the ill and elderly. playing mighty beasts who prey on the innocent. They got Paprika free on YouTube? What? What does that mean? They got Paprika free on YouTube? What does that mean, Wolvie Draws? It's an animated movie, really good? The movie? Am I dumb? Paprika movie, 2006. Thriller sci-fi. Wait, I haven't seen this. But it's free on YouTube. So I just might. I have no idea what this is. It's a psychological thriller, like Death Parade? It looks really cool. I'll definitely give you that. On the YouTube movie channel, the manga is a banger at 2. Ooh. Might need to dip my toes into both. Thank you for sharing that. This seems really cool. I actually might check this out. Escongrata says that she has heard of it, but it was hard to find for a long time. I see. The manga is about a manga artist who falls into his comic. What? That sounds sick. What a cool premise. And then Ophelia laughs and says somehow he didn't make it into the movie. What? That's wild. There's got to be some term for, like, couriering. Okay. Oh, perhaps it's just a courier, because courier is not a noun, is it? What's the act of couriering? Is couriering an actual word? It is. But it sounds so gross. Couriering. Ugh. Ugh. A courier of medicine for the ill and elderly. Alright, now we've gotten this dialogue a lot more interesting. It did this stupid thing where it made a mask. I don't know why that happens. It's a 3.1 thing. This never happens to me elsewhere. Mikan, fix it. I blame Mikan. I've never seen that before. You think it just might be me? How did I create so many mask layers? I think it's because of Control A, and it's just making a mask for some reason. 2, 3, 4, 5. What does it look like in the story editor? That's a real question. Okay, okay. Should be in story, edit text, open story editor. All edit history for canvases and storyboard prior to opening the story editor will be deleted. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm expecting it to just have a bunch of duplicates of the text. Okay, so I have 2 runaway princes. 2, or perhaps you're a valiant knight. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, it looped. Do not save. My golly. I bet you just use the story editor? Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, you're right. Yeah, I should just... Whoopsie daisy. How do you delete? Probably just get rid of it entirely, huh? Renewable something. Well, some performer. Okay, it looks like it starts at you must have amazed people at some performer. Okay, how do I delete this text? Mikan, control left click to select the box and then delete with backspace. Thank you, Mikan. Runaway prince, destined for a life on the throne. Alright. And then I think that's the second time I've seen performing chivalry as well. Oh my gosh. How did this happen? The second time we've seen, or could have been as well. It's the second time we've seen that. Oh my gosh. It's out of order too. All right. This is a mess. You can drag boxes around. That's true. How? Oh, probably after I've selected it. There another? Alright, we'll set tight Arthur. There was. Finish other plants. Is there the courier line over here, though? I don't know where the courier line is from. First scene. Select, then drag. Okay. All these, I want to delete these. My gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this. That's crazy. How many duplicates it made? FP, I thought you were trying to sleep. Did you fail? So everything that's highlighted white here, you failed. What's this? This is the story editor in the EX version of Clip Studio Paint. What it does is it shows me all the, what is it, currently visible text. And the issue is, somehow I duplicated the text multiple times. Does she say the sorry for yapping line somewhere else too? I don't see it. Refuge burden. I think if you control A on the text layer, it selects all the text boxes on the text layer. Okay, because okay, so that's probably why I duplicated all the things. That's right, because the version I had before that, you couldn't interact with multiple text layers at the same time. So if you did Control A, all it would do is just highlight everything. Oh dear. This is a mess. I only have like an hour to finish. And now I have this mess. We might not even finish the storyboard today. Alright. Let's just delete. We took the plunge. Are we missing any text? We'll just undo if we are. We are missing one text. No, we're missing two texts. Undo. What are the two texts we're missing? You're amazing, or it could be at the very least. And then I'd love to hear all your tales. Oh my gosh. Upgrading has become my downfall? Yeah, Mekon kept going, you should upgrade, and now look. You're a great listener. Okay, or it could be at the very least. Where's the line that says you are amazing? Because I think I deleted that. Okay, you are amazing. And I don't see that anywhere else. And then a courier of medicine for the ill. I'd love to hear all your tales of spreading good. Where is that? Did we already get that? what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna put the storyboard over here. And then if any text disappears, we'll be able to see it. What? No. We just lost everything we had highlighted. Okay, what happens if I just Control A that? No. Okay. The issue is we don't want to have these, like, compounded lists of text. Okay. Another thing we should do is we should quickly just hide every other page, so we're only seeing the text for the relevant page. Your noble very light, runaway prince, destined for an undesired life on the throne, preparing bridge to rage, most night, performing something. Did we already do Rapture Noble Variant Knight? Yes, we did. Okay. First duplicate. All three of those are duplicates. Oh, this is painful. Did we already do the Slaying Beast line? I don't think we did. Aha! God. Oh my gosh. Alright. I think these are safe to delete. No! There's one line. You're amazing. We can't delete that. There it is. Delete. Ah! If you undo it. At this point, I would just write the script on a separate doc and delete the entire story editor and copy and paste the script back in to make it a fresh start. No, Mikon. We can do this. And I just won't mess up again. Alright. Performing chivalry for all those in need. Yeah. The thing that kills me about the line that says, or could you have been? Oh, never mind. I didn't even realize that was there. That's crazy. Fled before financing refuge. Sure, Valiant Knight. Runaway Prince. Alright. Delete that loop. Where was it? Okay. So everything from here. There we go. Not losing any text. Hey guys, anyone knows how to fall asleep, says Effie. Poor Effie. Listening to nice music's a good tip. I didn't make that mistake anywhere else, it seems, too. Yeah, so it's just here where it happened. There could be at the very least anywhere else. No. I think we've done it. I don't see any text missing. Right, organizing this is actually pretty nice. Ah, duplicate. Okay. Right. Runaway print. Burning bridges. Warrior of this one. Okay. We've done it. We fixed all the duplicates, all the compounded duplicates. Happy says, Derry, please yap more? What? I'm not the one yapping. Medi is the one yapping. Derry, one time I said you sounded like Dream, and I would like to officially retract that statement because in retrospect, that was very rude of you. Yeah. I hope I don't sound like Dream. My name's Derry, not Dream. I do not sound anything like that fella. That's what the point of the mask is. I'm sorry. Alright, we have an hour. Let's continue getting some work done. So we're doing a great job at getting a lot of the text kind of aligned and organized. We can finally open up the other pages again. So we need to figure out what kind of composition we want to do at the end of page 7, transitioning into page 8. Page 8 is finished in terms of the drawings on it. F8, just because we share a color palette doesn't mean that... Also, he's lime green. I'm like mint green. Two very different greens. With white skin and darkish hair. I'm sorry for being a Caucasian male. I didn't get a say in it. I promise you, I had no say in it. I didn't ask to look basic. He's not lime in the fan art. Well, his actual skin is bright lime green. It's like lime or neon green. I don't do neon green for myself. No, his actual skin is white. I'm more tan than that. I've been in the sun before. It was very hot. I'd say we can probably give a lot more attention to the repairing bridges. Thinking we also kind of do that. And break it up like that. Kind of like how that is broken up. I said I've been 10 before. I'm not going to apologize for how much time I spent in the sun. I'll always take solace in knowing that I spend more time in the sun than a lot of other people I know. Alright, that page is laid out pretty well. A page that's very rough right now is page 9. Page 9 needs the most work. Because there's nothing. And page 10's done. We got page 10 complete. Round of applause. We killed it on page 10. Way to go, team. Woo! Page 9, though? Ooh. Page... what is it? Page 7, we got our rhythm. It's practically done. We just need to actually figure out what kind of visuals we want to attach to it. Right? Page 5's also practically done. Be like, collect my pages. Oh my gosh. Becoming a lizard on a rock is not nice. That's something where you gotta be born that way, you know? Otherwise you fry like an egg. Alright, someone as great as you doesn't deserve to be stuck in stone. You're a great listener. I love the "you're a great listener" bit. So what if we actually kind of change this up and we go like, hey, Arthur, you're a great listener. I know you didn't intend to end up here. But it's been nice to, you know, have someone to talk to. Hurts me that you don't use multiple pages. What do you mean that hurts you that I don't use multiple pages? Oh, I will for the final Mekon. For the storyboard itself, I'm not. In fact, yeah, see? So I'm gonna actually divide it into multiple pages. For the storyboard, though, I just need to use the template. And essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flatten each of these folders into its own image. And I'm just gonna copy and paste and put it up for each page. And then rearrange as needed. I think You're a Great Listener should come before Hey Arthur. Because I think it's really funny to end this year of her just yapping to him with, "You're a great listener." It tickles my humor quite well. But yes, for the actual comic pages, Mekon, I will be using multiple. I'm just doing it like this for this storyboard. Why are you grumping at me, Mekon? So with page 8, there's an intentional kind of way I want to break it up a bit more. Right. Straight line 5, I believe it is. No, 8 should be good. Nope, gotta break it down to 5. So we... Sorry, that emote's really funny. Page 10, it's broken up into be a 3-page with a big panel on the bottom. So I feel like I either need a big panel on the top, which I don't want to do, or when we divide it up into more thirds, we just have that be a bit bigger than the other sections. Okay. Yeah, we're just slicing up these pages. Why is Mekon and Effie both being grumpy with me? What did I do wrong? Please yap more. I get scared when you talk after being quiet a long time. Sorry. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to look at pacing real quickly, which I can very easily do by just swapping between pages. So I want to divide the first panel into 2, but I don't want to kind of use the same pattern I did for page 7. I've been pretty good at having diverse pages so far, and I don't want to break that trend. So yeah, I don't want 7 to be the one where it breaks. So that's why I'm trying to figure out. I think having "you're a great listener" isn't that big of a thing though. So I might do it anyways. Screw it. You're a great listener. I know you didn't intend to end up here, but it's been nice to, have someone to talk with here. And since it's a bit more isolated, we should have the, "Hey, Arthur." Either we should split it up into 2 different dialogues there, or conjoin it on top of each other like that. And then I know you didn't intend to end up here. Probably break that down a bit more. Yeah. Doing that feels a lot more clean. And then "you are a great listener" is good for that top one. Perhaps she can say, "You're a great listener. Thanks."